Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. It's Expanse Day, and we all know it's the best day of the week. And today we're watching Season 5, Episode 3, Mother. Pretty sure I know who this one's about. But before we get started, if you could do me a huge favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's Expanse Day. And of course, if there's anything that we do, the Expanse included, that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. But all that is then and this is now, and now it's time for the Expanse, Season 5, Episode 3, Mother. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go! The best day of the week. I smell what you're cooking, Marco. We're gonna basically just keep getting an update on how close the rock's getting to Earth.
Listen, a Belter, a Martian, and an Earther walk into a bar.
She's not up for this shit.
He asks the Belter what he wants. The Belter says, "I'll have a glass of your finest Martian whiskey. Drinking like my enemy lets me think like my enemy." Bartender asks the Martian what he wants. The Martian says, "A glass of your finest Earther tequila. Drinking like my enemy also lets me think like my enemy." So
Excuse
now...
me. Sorry to interrupt. I'm Dr. Alloy.
Please have a seat.
What's your poison, Doc?
Bourbon?
Can we have the rest of the joke?
My office said the Navy needed help with an urgent matter.
A highly urgent matter.
And highly classified. This discussion does not leave this room.
Size, shape, composition are all over the place. They were having instrument malfunctions.
That's one possibility.
What else could be a possibility?
There's shifting sizes because of the stealth tech.
If a rock that size hit Earth, how big of an impact would that create?
It wouldn't. Our asteroid spotters would easily detect an asteroid of that size.
Indulge us.
With a typical iron-nickel core, assuming a speed at impact of, say, 30,000 kph, the blast would be about 1 to 4 megatons, depending on the impact angle.
And with all of them?
That's a medium-yield fusion warhead. Blast radius 13 kilometers.
It's not a planet ender, though.
Higher return signatures on one side of those fragments.
Stealth.
That the original rock was coated in stealth tech.
Marco Inaros threw a stealth rock at us.
And it broke up. We got lucky.
You think he stopped at 1?
That's what I'm worried about.
And if the SG gets wind of it...
I have burned all the bridges in front of me and behind me.
Ah,
And I don't give a fuck.
nice.
We're right.
We saved the Earth.
And you know it.
Woo! But here's my big concern is because that had a trajectory that took it right past the sun. They had to have known it would break apart with that heat. I'm wondering if he did that knowing they would find that out and he sent another fucking rock the other way. That would be something that Marco Inaros would do. He would literally tell you what he was doing with this broken up asteroid and then hit you with a fully fucking functional one that you never saw coming. Oh, that's what I'm convinced now. This guy thinks too far ahead for this to have been the problem. This is something that he would have absolutely, built into the plan. You don't go through everything else and then have this happen, especially when you put the trajectory of this thing close enough to the sun for this to happen. Yep. You fucking bard. You're not as smart as you think you are. He says now. And I'm surely wrong about this. And directed by Thomas Jane. Get off. Let's go. My man directing. I fucking love it. Methinks I see the situation here. No wonder they don't call her captain.
Guns gone. Look like a lot of hull armor gone too. They stripped him.
It's Ashford.
Wake everyone. Prepare for boarding.
I do not envy you, Marco. If she catches your scent, you're a dead man. It doesn't matter what Earth does, Mars, anybody. I would take Earth and Mars over Drummer. I think I have a better chance of survival.
I speak for Fred Johnson and Tycho Station. You are free to go.
Oh boy. I'm so glad she's the one that found him, though. Or his ship, anyway. I hope he's out there.
Boss Meng, I'm in reactor room. It is intact, but fuel pellet all gone. Main water tank empty. Lot of air scrubber gone too.
Can't turn it on.
When power is restored, search a ship for backup data course. Ashford will have those hidden somewhere.
Nice.
Why would Marco Inaros waste a good salvage like this?
He wanted you to find it.
He left it as a message.
Yep.
Come after me, and you die.
Do you think that's going to scare off Drummer?
That's Paolo Cortazar, the protogen scientist who worked on the protomolecule, right?
Where'd you get that?
According to my sources, Cortazar was taken from a secure research facility and off of Ceres by a Belter strike team.
If your optical mod has any images.
No, they were waiting for me in my room. I didn't get a chance to look at anyone. You need to wake the fuck up. You have got a serious problem on your hands.
She's right. Fred, what's going on, bud?
We've handled terrorists on Tycho before.
This isn't a bunch of idiots bashing in doors. This is a well-organized attempt.
I can see
It's a strike force, yeah.
doing this shit a hell of a lot longer than you.
Yeah, but you're not as successful as Jim. Ooh, shit. What did he say? Okay, is this Naomi coming in? We've talked about it before, but the actor they got to play Philip looks so much like her. It is crazy. If someone told me, hey, that's her son or relative or something, I'd be like, okay. I would never even check. What the hell is going on in Palace Station? Oh, excuse you.
You Naomi Nagata? I never saw famous person before.
Oh.
I know it's hard times around here.
Fuck it, you know about hard times.
The fuck do you know about her?
Let me buy you both around.
That all you think we were, okay?
How about you buy us on Jade rounds?
How about you eat shit?
Only I remember. Would never have gotten shit done like that.
Probably because you were always around.
That's the guy that flies with Philip. He was there on the Venus ship. So was she.
All of a sudden, Naomi Nagata come back to Palace?
Why do you think she's here? You don't need that answer.
Him so much whiskey, he never make it to the brota. I never got my money back.
I got the best shifts.
What's this guy's name?
I know Philip's here.
That's why she's here. And you guys know that.
I came to see him.
What a fucking chance.
You don't speak for him.
That's right.
He don't want you in his life.
I'll believe that when he tells me to my face.
Why now? After so long.
Because he's gonna die. And so are you two.
Philip is not a little boy anymore.
I'm still his mother.
You left him. And us.
You have to tell Philip I'm here and that I need to see him. I have the right.
You have nothing.
Then don't tell him. I'll find him myself.
Go back. Back to your inners.
Nice to know that she can think for herself.
He deserves to make the choice.
Yep. Appeal to him. He's your only chance.
The man is an admiral. 60 years in the service, coming up on retirement.
He's still selecting officers for logistics, signing the trains for orders himself, and personally managing supply line.
They're taking the ring space.
He's our guy.
You of all people, Bobby. Accusing a fellow Martian of treason without any proof?
She's seen too much.
Then I'm talking to her to get closer to her boss.
Trust me, it's the last thing I want to.
Where are we here? Is this Mars? It looks like it, yep.
You up for a glass of wine on the War College, of course. Research is deductible.
Yeah, that sounds great.
We'll have a bottle of the Benassi Cabernet, the reserve, please. Thank you.
She's a great actress. I can already... Really good shit.
Knowing that your name's going to be in history books.
Oh, well, I never really thought about it like that.
Come on, you have.
First Martian.
Don't apologize. You willingly walked into the unknown. Not a lot of people can say that. And you also saw some very weird shit. So, Illis, New Terra. I read all the reports and I saw the pictures.
Alex, come on, don't fall for this shit. Proximity touching.
With so many inconsistencies. What I want to know...
Alex is falling for this shit.
See, it started with a swarm of metal locusts, and it ended with a run-of-the-mill, physics-defying fusion shutdown.
Season 4, everybody.
And he convinced it to just shut everything down.
It being the ghost of Josephus Miller, the Beltos referred to in their broadcasts. Human consciousness simulated by alien biotech.
Not simulated. That was him.
And you know, if it wasn't for Miller,
we'd all be dead numerous times, or in a bad way. Regular poor, regular gravity.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Miller, we'd all be dead on that rock.
Yep.
But lucky for everyone,
he was there.
The most amazing thing about that story might just be your modesty.
Yeah, you told him now that the proto-molecule can turn it all on, and I'm wondering if that was a Martian strike team that took the proto-molecule from Fred Johnson and Anderson, because now they know if they take it close to any of these planets, it'll turn on, which is a hell of a weapon to use against Earth colonies and Belter colonies. Just fly by and turn that shit on.
No backup data core, no com buffer, no nothing, nada.
Nah, it's there somewhere. I like her crew quite a bit. Efficient. I want to know more about them. Something stuck in it. Or that's where he hid the data core. My man. My man. Just enough that somebody that would know would find it. Or it's like a go bag or something in case somebody put him in the airlock.
You do know, Marco, that throwing rocks at Tycho Ceres will do little to harm the innards.
I agree. The only real victims there would be Belters.
You did it, old man. You fucking did it, old man.
This has always been a problem for our kind. Even our dreams are small.
That will never not get me. You did it, man. Marco, you're a dead man. You are a fucking dead man.
We'll put into Hygeia for resupply. And then we will find Marco Naros and collect a $20 million bounty on his head.
You heard me.
We do this, then we earn the lasting respect of the other factions. And the bounty will sustain us for years to come. So we will do it.
Fuck his Robin Hood shit. His hero of the belt. You're gonna have to convince him. There's someone in here that look at him with glowing eyes.
Now you slow me down to do this.
Like this makes any fucking difference? You got 2 speeds, slow and stop.
This guy's a lovely individual.
They rent a compartment on top level B.
Might need something stronger than stun sticks. There you go, Jim. My man. Yep, all dead. We're dealing with professionals.
Well, teaching at the War College while on active duty? I mean, he's some kind of bigwig in logistics, isn't he?
Sounds like you're more interested in him than me.
And maybe I could land a gig speaking at the War College, you know? It'd be a good excuse for me to stay close to home for a while.
That's a good cover, man.
I mean, the right direction, or tell me who to talk to?
I'd be happy to give you some contacts.
Great.
Don't push it.
Where you headed out?
Nowhere, just a routine supply run.
Oh, on what ship?
The Barkeith.
She's tough, man. I also wouldn't be surprised if she took a vitamin E pill.
Maybe, I don't know, we could do it again when you get back.
That would be interesting.
Ah, interesting. Ooh, Alex, she's good. She's better than you, bud. She's better than you at this. Really liking this season with Alex. Really, really digging it. Finally getting into it a little bit. Oh, we don't stick with a shot like this unless something's gonna happen.
Hey, you're Alex Kamal, right?
Guilty as charged. Why, do I?
Yep.
Son of a bitch!
Alex, come on, bud.
What the? Oh. Ooh.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
What's a nice, upstanding Martian like you want to know about Admiral Silverterra?
I want a job.
If he's really selling weapons to the Belters.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You been talking to anyone else about this, sweetie?
Yeah.
Alex, they're gonna kill you, dude.
A friend, just a friend.
Bobby.
My friend, Bobby Draper.
Bobby.
Shoot him.
Oh? Well, no, I think that's a mistake.
Hey, Alex.
There you go, Alex. Oh, you've got no chance. Oh, let's hear what you have to say. Bobby, you're slipping. You're heavy breathing.
And you just happened to drop by.
That's right.
Lucky for me.
Bye.
See ya.
One of the former Navy petty officers, dishonorably discharged.
For what?
Theft of military hardware?
Looks like we shook the right tree.
Yeah, well, the trees ain't supposed to shake back.
Alex, you should have been ready for that.
If Babbage is on a supply run, her ship could easily be full of weapons. This could be a very big deal.
So what do we do about it?
You have a ship.
I got a yacht.
Oh my God.
We'll take the Razorback out and keep our scopes tight on the bar, Keith. Any ships they encounter, we get visual IDs and drive signatures and send the lot to Avasarala.
This time, Alex drives.
All right, Gunny. Let's go prep this ship.
Right, I'll meet you there, okay? I've got to grab a few things just in case.
We all know what she's grabbing. Suit up, Bobby fucking Draper. Suit up. Oh my God.
If you'd have gone with Ashford, you would have suffered the same fate.
No, don't know that.
Or maybe this bottle would be empty.
This is fucking Drummer.
But there are better ways to grieve.
She can't get past this, okay? She can't be a new person without this last bit of closure. I do like her crew. If she can convince them of this, and I mean, I don't know who this other person is, but she's right. She's, you know, she doesn't want to be someone new, but to be somebody new, she can't just forget Ashford. It's never going to work. Now, with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if some of this crew was so crazy enamored with the idea of Marco Inaros that they might forcibly try to get her to stop. Fucking bards, man.
As I feared, Ashford is dead. He was convinced that Marco Inaros was up to something, and I think he was right. I'm sending you what Ashford found. Maybe it will do some good for the belt.
Sending it to Naomi, or are you sending it to...
This is not my fight.
Wow. That's surprising for me. Can you really forget, Drummer? Job's not done. That's right. I am surprised by that. Oh my God. Uncanny. Unreal. Boy, I bet you the casting director's shit when he walked in. I bet you they're like, please be able to act. Please be able to act.
I abandoned you. And I'm sorry. But I loved you more than I ever thought I could love anyone.
Then why did you leave?
Let her explain it. Accept it or don't.
I don't expect you to forgive me. But I never stopped loving you. And I never will. The ship that I came in on, I bought it for you.
Really?
and go wherever you want. And when you get there, I will send you all the money that you need. But please, just take it.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Everything my father told me about you is true.
Don't go, Philip, please.
The kid can act. Yeah, she sent it to Fred. Fuck. And he's, of course, not going to tell Jim.
They think Monica's still in the container. That's the way it's gonna stay. Because that information does not leave this room.
I'll set up a party inside the container, and when they open the door, we'll take them and the ship.
And let's make sure we have someone left to talk to this time.
I don't trust that fucking guy at all. Can you believe it, everybody? I don't trust somebody in this show. Oh my God, this show. I always say it made me paranoid. We know that's a fucking lie. I'm obviously paranoid to begin with. This is just stoking the flames. Holy shit. No.
Philip.
You brought Marco. No, no.
What's going on?
Secure her for flight. She's coming with us.
Boss, she can't go.
Do it.
No!
Jesus, man. I need to hear the end of the fucking joke, too. Where did he find these sets? I mean, do they make this shit? I mean, unreal.
He was a slingshot pilot.
Retasking the watchtowers isn't going to happen.
Why not?
As soon as my contact heard the name Marco Naros, he shut me down.
Interesting.
Gao's chief of staff called me directly and said to stop being your mouthpiece and indulging in your conspiracy theories.
Nancy.
Is my ass on the line?
You know we're right. You believe it as strongly as I do.
It doesn't matter what we believe. If you were in charge and someone came to you with this theory, you would laugh them out of your office, and if they persisted, you would reassign them to the farthest outpost in the Jovian system. Part of this job is knowing when it's over and moving on.
Yeah.
Felix, please. You're the only ally I have left.
At least tell us the end of the joke, dude. Cool shot.
But I just wanted to see how you're doing. New semester, new students. It must be exciting. But I am still needed here. I hope we speak again soon.
You're going to be fired pretty soon or asked to resign. You are too big a problem. When she catches wind of what you're doing with Bobby, and I'm assuming misappropriating funds to do so, you are in deep shit. Fred, holy shit.
You do know, Marco. They're throwing rocks at Tycho Ceres.
Way to go, Fred. Way to fucking go.
Even our dreams are...
That's a spotter right there. Oh my God, they're already here. Is this the guy that helped Bobby? Oh my God. Oh my God. That's the first one. That's the first one. That is the fucking first. That's the first piece. That's the first piece to come in. Holy shit. Everybody, we just got done watching The Expanse Season 5, Episode 3, Mother, and the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just got done watching the 3rd episode of the 5th season of The Expanse, Mother. Okay, let's talk about it. Holy shit. Okay, so several things going on. The title Mother, you know, Naomi Nagata, sure. It could also be Mother Earth. It could also be like Christian Avasarala. You know, we had a lot of potentially titled like mother figures in all of this. Holy smokes. But I mean, obviously it's Naomi, but I mean, there's definitely some parallels that can be drawn from that. You know, Marco thought this out really, really well. But the hitch in my giddy up with Marco's plan here is, again, that throwaway line that they had just there for at when we were listening to that shit was like, oh, hey, did you know Marco was a slingshot? Okay, there we go. There we go. So he knows how to use, gravity slings and shit like that. And he knows how to, without any type of propulsion, get something from one part of the galaxy to the other part of the galaxy, solar system to the other solar system. So he knows how to work all that, which means he's got, and at the very least, a competent knowledge, because you can't be a bad slingshot racer because then you're dead. So he's got to be at least, good enough to stay alive. So with that being said, there's no doubt in my mind now that he would have known that if he got that rock too close to the sun, that it was going to break apart, which it did. They were able to then use the Venus ship to see what it could pick up. I'm assuming. Now, again, the Venus ship being there could have been just a problem that they had to get out of the way, because it did pick up the particles as it came through. But again, with Marco, the act that it broke up to begin with, that seems false to me. That seems like part of the plan, like that he was breaking it apart. He didn't seem upset when that happened. Nobody seemed upset on the crew whenever the rock broke apart. It's almost like that was part of the design, and the big fucking rock or whatever else he's using is coming from another direction. That's my guess anyway, because if you've got, they were talking about like the megaton yields and stuff that would go in. And I mean, I think Felix said something like, who said that? Whoever said like 13 whatevers could be the blast radius or something like that. Yeah, no, it was, I forget who said that, but and again, is that that's incredibly devastating, like a 13 km radius, absolutely like a nuke being dropped into wherever it would hit on the planet. That's not good enough. I don't think that, even if you had 20 of those, those rocks big enough to come in there and hit and have the yield of 20 nukes, something tells me, and again, this could mean me giving Marco too much credit, that Marco has his end game is as soon as the first couple go down and hit, bum, they're going to be coming from a specific trajectory. You can't shift where these things are going to hit. They're all going to be coming from a specific window. If they then turn everything to look to see where this stuff's coming, he would have another fucking bigger rock coming from another direction that takes the planet out. That's my thought anyway, because, and again, I actually hope that I'm giving Marco too much credit, that he's not that smart. I think he is. I think that this whole thing, even if it's just the one asteroid with, the broken up pieces, that, again, there's just something wrong about that whole plan. The other thing that's wrong with all this is I've been incredibly skeptical of Nancy Gal's entire thing. Again, I joked about it in season 4, sort of, when, she has this meteoric rise to, from absolutely nothing to the Secretary General. I mean, I don't think that there's ever been that type of, I mean, they spoke of how amazing it was, this rise to power. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's impossible. And again, this to me, she has always kind of given off the whiff of like a Manchurian Candidate type of thing. I'm not even sure. Okay, everybody, paranoid alert. He's going in, he's diving into the conspiracy pool. Manchurian Candidate, I'm not even sure she's Nancy Gal. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they were like, oh no, she was somebody that they literally put into the position, maybe Belter born or something like that. And again, that is incredibly far-fetched. I mean, I know how that sounds. It sounds ridiculous. But again, am I giving Marco Inaros too much credit here? Is he that devious? Is he that, like, could he have prepped for this for 20 years? I mean, is it that insane for him to be able to have come up with something like this to kill Earth? Because and again, here's what tips me off a little bit more in this episode about Nancy Gal. You had Felix basically say to Christian, if someone came to you with this information, you would have told him to get fucked and you'd have sent him to the Jovian system. And she was like, tried to play it off like, no, she wouldn't have, but we all know she would have. Oh no, I've learned to listen now. Okay, well, that's horseshit. But see, that's for us. Christian knows what she's like. Felix knows what Christian's like. That's not something that needed to be spoken. You know, that was an unspoken reason why both of them know this isn't going to work. To bring that up though, and to like, you know, mention that, that's for our benefit. That's a kind of a reminder of like, hey guys, remember what Christian was like? Yeah, she wasn't going to listen to anybody whenever she was in charge, or even when she was the assistant secretary, deputy assistant, or whatever it was, secretary general. But again, to do that, it's like it gives Nancy an immediate out. Like, oh well, Christian wouldn't have done it either, so it's not real weird that Nancy's not doing it. I don't like that, because that's when you're reminding me that this is the way it should go. I immediately go, well, then don't tell me that. You know, why would you tell me that? Why I should know that's the way it would go. You know, don't kind of reinforce a fact that we're supposed to already know. And again, I know how this sounds, everybody. I can see the Octavia fans out there going, this fucking guy. And I know it, everybody. But you know, this show is so complex. Its storylines are so broad and so long lasting. We have shit from season 1 still popping up in the show. It's unreal the way that they have planned this. I look at the writers of the show and I give them every conceivable credit and accolade that I can give. I expect everything, and whatever happens, I'm still wowed by it. And so knowing this team now, as I know them, you know, through the 3rd episode of the 5th season, if anyone was going to pull off something crazy like that Marco Inaros, Manchurian Candidate Nancy Gao, all this horse shit, it would be them. I mean, just in crazy good writing. I mean, it's not even good writing. It's the best writing, because you are setting things up. You're making references. You know, they're talking about Miller. You know, people know these things, and it's kind of brought out. Naomi Nagata's famous. You know, they're not forgetting anything. They're not being like, you know, oh, you know, Alex is famous now. He can't really go undercover and shit. They don't forget that. They don't kind of gloss over it like, oh yeah, they've saved the universe a couple times, but yeah, nobody knows who they are. Bullshit. Everybody knows who they are. You know, the bartender fucking knows who she is. Now, again, could have known her from her prior life, but it was probably more of like, I just saw you on a news feed or something like that. So with all of that being said, Nancy Gao has always rubbed me the wrong way as far as how she got where she got and how she won. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. And again, oh my God. And she picked the exact moment to make her move was when the rings popped up, and she was able to use that to kind of go with it. That's the one anomaly I can't get around my own bizarre, far-fetched theory. You know, Nancy was perfectly fine with the ring and all that stuff until well, I should say she was fine working with Christian until the ring opened, until the ring space opened, and then she had her own platform to go from. To me, that seems like the triggering event to rise to power. However, you can't prep or plan for something like that to happen. You know, you're waiting for a moment of weakness from Christian. You might be waiting a pretty long fucking time for that, or something that is, you know, a position that you can easily take a more popular counter point to. So again, I'm proving my own theory here wrong, but Nancy Gao, there's something not right about that. And again, I could be giving too much credit to Marco, maybe too much credit to the writers, or again, the writers probably look at this and go, dude, that's so crazy. No one would believe us if we did that. And so you're an idiot. I'm like, yeah, I am. But you know, it's just absolutely, again, it's a testament to the show that we are given all of these facts, all of these positions, all of these plot points and story beats, and your mind can spin to all of these possibilities, and nothing is off the table with this group. You know, in a lot of other shows, you'd be like, nah, they're never going to do that. They haven't done anything like that before. They've never shown any kind of inclination to go in a direction like that. You know, it's just, they haven't prepped for anything like that. They can't really go that direction. This team's prepped for everything. Nothing is off the table. It's just a fantastic show. I think the actor that plays Philip is great. I think that the crew, the actor for Marco's crew, very good. You know, I don't know their names yet, but like the bigger dude that helped her, really good actor. The lady that was kind of against Naomi, a fantastic deliveries. You know, and I really like Drummer's crew, and I'm a little shocked too. And I think the door's been left open for Drummer to re-engage with the vengeance thing. She didn't drink. And, you know, again, the job's not done. The job's not done. Marco's still out there. You can't drink until Marco's, by hook or by crook, Marco's gone. So you have that really engaging storyline there. You know, we have everything that's happened with Monica, everything's spinning to kind of come together now to be, you know, how are we going to find out who this third party player is? My theory is that the Martian general or admiral or whoever he is, he's preparing to take the ring. He's preparing to take the ring space at the very least, so he can control everything. And like we talked about, that's a way to make sure Mars is the winner, the big winner of everything. Even if Mars, the planet's gone, the idea and dream of Mars is going to live on, because there's not going to be another dream. No other dreamers around here, no other Earthers, no other, you know, they're the one and only. You either go along with Mars or you don't go anywhere, you know, and that's pretty much, I think, what they're trying to set up. The other thing is, you know, Alex let drop kind of innocently, you know, feeding, what's her name? Emily Babbage. Was able to get Emily Babbage that little bit of information, like, well, how did it turn on? Oh, we had a little glob of proto-molecule. Oh, so that's what turns them on? Mm-hmm. So with that knowledge, then she could basically tell the admiral, or I keep getting the guy's name, general or admiral, whoever's that dude that's in charge of the, you know, was given the dissertation or whatnot, given the speech on the ring space, ironically. That if there are any Earth colonies, if there are any Belter colonies that are on planets that Mars wants, which I'm assuming would be all of them, they could absolutely blackmail them and be like, you're going to either be part of Mars now, or we're going to send a drone around the planet with protomolecule until the fucker turns on and kills everybody down there. How's that sound? I mean, it's what I'd do. So again, when you all said that, and no Amos in this episode, and you know what? I didn't notice until right now. And that's a huge thing for me because Amos is my guy. And I was like, Amos wasn't in this episode. Still fucking great episode. And that, my friends, is a testament to the writing crew that I may or may not be giving too much credit to or too little credit to. Because again, whatever they ultimately decide to go in the direction of the story is going to be the right choice, because they haven't made a wrong one yet. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time we go live with The Expanse. And of course, if there's anything that we do, The Expanse included, that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to the Patreon is in the description, my friends. But all that is then, and this is now, and now it's time to say goodbye. So where should we say goodbye from? Well, my friends, I was thinking about this one, and I think the best place to say goodbye from is the office of Christian Avasarala up on the moon. Because, friends, maybe this is even a couple beats after the end of the episode, because I have a feeling that when you look up from Level City or whatever Level Station, you're going to see the destruction or the maiming of Mother Earth. And friends, we probably want a seat to that. Until we get a chance to see exactly what does happen and what these wonderful writers have in store for us, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.